this shit away. I need more garbage cans around here, man. Ugh. Just had a burrito. I just had a burrito for dinner. What's up with it, Sean Breezy? Yeah, I ain't drinking tonight, man. I'm taking a break. Gotta give your body a break. You know, to recover and shit. Boy, man, it's been a long time since I had a woman. Ugh. When I get the bag, I want to know, damn, how good is it gonna feel to have a girlfriend again and shit? You know, after like 8 years of not having a woman, it's gonna feel, you know, strange and weird. At the same time, it's gonna feel good. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? It's gonna feel weird, it's gonna feel strange, it's gonna feel good. And it's just like, man, I went this long. You know? I missed that cocoa butter, smooth, silky skin, man, that them females be having. You know, I miss the smell good too. You know, a lot of them females, they be smelling good and shit. Their hair is all done. You feel me? You know. You feel me? It's like, man, I don't think any man should go this long without a female. It's not healthy for you. My mental health has suffered dramatically. You feel me? You know, my mental health has went down the drain. Like, man. Get a bag or else suffer, yep. We gotta get the bag. There's no choice, man. You feel me? Cause I remember when I was doing the pickup on this bullshit and I had all that bling on my wrist, it was, bruh, females were shooting their shot, okay? You know, females were shooting their shot. You know, A man with some money, that's rare. I ain't talking about just making a few $100,000 a year. I'm talking about a motherfucker that's iced out with, wait, you feel me? You know? But we gonna hustle for the bag. It's all good. Don't worry about it. We gonna hustle. We gonna put some hustle behind this muscle. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Oops, Christmas is gone. So glad I got that shit out of the way. God damn. Matter of fact, these holidays are almost done. We can go back to normal life now. I don't have to watch motherfuckers cuddling and kissing and shit. You know, and you're jerking off your dick looking at porn. But then again, I am after the bag, so I'm not dating. I'm pretty sure I could have something, man. You feel me? You know. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna be out this New Year's. I'm going to a bar, man, somewhere far away from this place. Somewhere where the odds are better. Somewhere where the odds are not so stacked. You know. Yeah, the money plays a huge part, yep. Money plays a huge part. It plays a huge role. And you gotta have it together, man. You see a lot of guys, they don't understand that you gotta have it together as a man, bro, in this society. You can't be out there dating broke. You feel me? And a lot of guys, they can complain about it, they can talk shit about it, but it is what it is. You know, was a savvy guy, he just made a video about how this society, you know, it determines whether or not you're high value, or he said something. What was he saying? I mean, his point was everything is about what you have as a man. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you can go ahead and say that, but it's not going to make your situation any better. Complaining, whining, bickering and moaning is not going to complain. I mean, it's not going to fix the situation, bro. Excuse me. It's not going to fix the situation. You can get on YouTube, you can upload the video, and everybody heard you, bro. But as soon as you get done uploading that video, and people hear it, and everybody's, oh man, it's a coat. Oh, I feel good. I feel better now. Oh, then it's back to your reality again, bro. And the years are going by, man. And a lot of cats don't realize this, that you got to get the bag, or it's going to be nothing for you for the rest of your life, man. Look at all the celebrities, man. You think they're alone? You think Tyrese is he alone by choice? If he's alone, he is by choice, right? Or you think he's alone by force? I mean, you know what I'm saying? The guy's a millionaire, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be alone. The top 20% of men, bro, they don't have to be alone. Because women are drawn to money and status, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not. That's why it's okay and it's important, man, for you to get money and status. Then you won't be struggling in a dating market that's highly competitive. You know? You know, so you get your money right. I guarantee, bro, you'll never have a lonely Thanksgiving or a lonely Christmas ever again. I'm talking about being in a situation where if I lose a girlfriend, I can replace her right away with no hassle, with no droughts, none of that. Okay, that didn't work out? Okay, let me call Samantha. Let me call Keisha. Let me call Becky. Let me call Maria. Let me call Chung Lee. We'll get on the phone and call Miss Chung Lee over. You know what I'm saying? Because the other chick, she ghosted me. So I went the other way and got me another chick really fast. And see, as an average man, when you lose a woman, there's a drought. Let's say you're an average guy at best, not a Chad or a Tyrone. You know, there's a drought, right? I don't want no droughts. I don't know about y'all, but you feel what I'm saying? I don't want no droughts. I want to be like the celebrities. A high value man where I don't have no droughts, like I said. Fuck droughts. You feel me? Not even animals have droughts, bro. They find another mate really quickly. It's only men in this society, bro, that has droughts. I had them when I was in my prime, okay? I had them when I was in my prime. 3 or 4 months, no girlfriend. I'm constantly looking, trying to find a new girlfriend. And after about 3 or 4 months, I finally found one. Thank you. Finally found one. And then you got some good loving for about 6 months to a year, maybe 2 years, and then you break up. And then you got to go back out to the bar, go out drinking, looking for a brand new female all over again. And that might take you, depending on how good looking you are, that might take you a month or two. If you're a Chad or a Tyrone, you can replace her immediately, because Chad and Tyrone, they got options galore. And I know they do. Ain't no such thing as struggling when you are a Chad or a Tyrone. This one Chad that's on YouTube, his name is Ripped something. And I follow him. And he had the nerve to say, Chads, we struggle too. And I'm like, what? Are you saying that as a cope for a lot of these dudes out here? Oh, bro, everywhere you go, you get hit on. Everywhere you go, you know, females shoot their shot at you. You know what I'm saying? You know, the only time you have a drought is because you wanted to have a drought. You know, maybe you got busy with work or busy with school or some shit like that. But I don't want no droughts. I want to be in a position where, like I said before, if I lose a girlfriend, I can replace her immediately. Not 2 months from then, you know, not 2 months from the breakup. You feel what I'm saying? You know, not after, you know what I'm saying? Like 6 months after. I want to be able to say goodbye, good riddance, say hello to Miss New Booty. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, okay, you cheating on me with Chad and Tyrone. Oh, okay. Caught a Tyrone in my bedroom, man. You know, get your shit, get the fuck out. I'm moving another female inside the house. Get out. I want to be in a position where I can replace her right away. It's the same thing with the females out here, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same thing out here. These women, they got so many options that they can replace you like right away. They don't have to take you seriously. You feel what I'm saying? You say something wrong or you say something that's out of the ordinary to them, you say something strange to them, it's curtains. They replace you right away. That's a vulnerable position. I don't want to be that guy that's happening to always open up doors for my ex-girlfriend, or for my girlfriend, I mean, because I'm afraid of losing her. Bringing her flowers and candy to work and shit, trying to keep her interested. I don't want to be that guy. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm getting attention, but I'm not getting relationships. I'm not getting sex on the regular. You know what I'm saying? That's my complaint. I don't never want to be without sex in my life. Period. You feel me? I don't want to be without sex. I don't want to be that guy that's like, damn, I need to find me a new girlfriend, man. That one female, she ghosted me on New Year's Eve. See, if I could go back into time, and fix things, I would have made myself a high value man. I would have made a date with Thai girl. Well, let's say not a high value man. I could say, okay, let's say I got a lot of money in the bank, but she doesn't know it, right? When I found out that Thai girl ghosted me on New Year's Eve, I can just look into my little phone, call the other girl that was interested in going with me. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a vulnerable position where I'm like walking on eggshells all the time, thinking that this female is gonna leave me if I do something wrong, or nowadays females, they ghost you for anything because they got so many options. I want to be in a position where I got options. It's not just her. You feel what I'm saying? See, women, they want to be in a position of power. They want to be the ones with all the options and stuff, and you only have a few. That way they can control you. You feel what I'm saying? A man, he only got a few options. You can control his ass. You know what I'm saying? The female she can control you because she knows you ain't got a whole lot of options. Meaning that if she leaves, it's gonna take you a few more months to find you a new girlfriend. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a position where I'm damn, my girl left me and I gotta go out to a bar and I gotta find another girl somewhere. I gotta go look for something. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that position. I want to be like, oh, okay, she left me, good. Let me call, Tiffany over, man, because she was giving me that eye, the other day or the other night or whatever. Let me call her over, quick, done, replaced. Because women got all the power when you broke, man. Let's put it this way. You feel me? Women got all the power when you broke. Man, that girl, what's her name? Not Thai girl, but the girl with the birth control pills. I'm gonna call her Miss Birth Control. Cause she ghosted me for some stupid reason. I think I was talking about relationships too early or some shit like that. And then she just disappeared or something. I started putting out what they call it, my standards or what I expect in my female. And she didn't like that, man. She ghosted me, man. She fucking even deleted me from POF. And then that was me going back to the drought again. And then I came up on a Tiger, I think, a few months later. Okay? Took me a few months to find Thai girl. You know what I'm saying? And then she ghosted me before New Year's Eve. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a position where like I'm spending New Year's Eve by myself. I'm spending Christmas by myself. This shit is getting old, man. You feel what I'm saying? It's like gold. It's getting old. I'm getting old. I'm getting too old to be broke. So that's what I'm saying, bro. A lot of times, man, we gotta focus on ourselves. Make sure we get that money. You know, make sure we get the money pot. You know, and so that way females can't back you into a corner and treat you badly or treat you horribly and ghost you. Nah, power. You know, the bag. If I got the bag, I got power, and I got control over my destiny. Can nobody hold a Scooby snack over my head and make me jump for it? Nobody can do that to me, man. I got my own Scooby snacks, thank you. You don't have to hold it over my head. I got my own. You know what I'm saying? But when you ain't got no bread, and these females, they can hold out on that coochie, man. Like one of my subscribers said, man, they'll hold that coochie hostage and shit, man. Hold that coochie hostage. And you be like, God damn, man, I ain't got no other options, man. I gotta go out and I gotta hustle up another girl, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that position. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to be in that position. I want to be in a position where I have the upper hand in the relationship. When you think about Floyd Money Mayweather, he has the upper hand in that relationship. She doesn't. The girl he's dating right now, he takes her out on lavish shopping sprees, lavish whining and dining. You know what I'm saying? But when you the breadwinner in a relationship, you got the upper hand. You see, I don't want to share things 50-50. I want to be the big dog that's paying for everything. You know what I'm saying? That way I can control everything, and you know, I'm not being deprived out of sex and love. Well, not really love. When you got the bag, you got gold diggers that pretend to love you, but it's better than being by yourself. I'll tell you that right now. When you think about Floyd Money Mayweather, you don't have to, you know, be alone on Christmas. You got a woman, shit. You said, yeah, you said that, right? Yeah, they're holding the coochie hostage, right? Yeah, you said that. You know, so that's what they do, bro. And then, see, you are in a vulnerable position if you don't have money. That's the bottom line. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have bread, you are in a vulnerable position, meaning that she can get up and leave you anytime. And then it's back to that drought that you have or that you had. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you are in a vulnerable position. You're not in a good position with women. You're not if you're broke. If you're older, you still working that truck driving job, or you working that train operator job, working for like BART or what's it with Amtrak's? Yeah, Amtrak. Yeah, that's a train out here, man, that takes you all over the country. Amtrak. You know what I'm saying? You still working for that shit, bro, and your bread ain't correct. You're in a vulnerable position, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that 50-50 guy. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I want control, power, money, dominance. I want to dominate my female. I don't want to be in a weak position, bro. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to take Tyrone Scraps. Tyrone Scraps. Yeah, I don't want no female with no children either, bro. Like, nah, kid look taller than me and don't even look like me. Nah, I don't want to take care of, I don't want to take care of another man's child, man. That's why I say I'd rather have babies with boobs, a female who don't have any children, than have a baby with females who got kids by another man. I'm gonna be Xing them out big time. I don't care how pretty they are. X them out. X those bitches out. Don't even sleep with them, man. You got options. You don't have to sleep with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about having options in this life, guys. And the more options you have, the more powerful and you are when you're dealing with these females. Okay, the more options you have, the more option you have as a man, the more uh, the better the position you will be with females. I'm in a powerful position when I'm dealing with her. So okay. So that means if she even like fuck up, like cheat on me one time, I can replace her. Uh, if she start acting funny and acting weird, I can replace her just like that. You feel what I'm saying? And then see, when you got options, you could do the ghosting. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting ghosted all the time, which a lot of men can't afford to really ghost. Can't really afford to ghost women, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men out here, they lack options. When you got a sea full of options, you can afford to ghost. And that's a good position to be in when you can afford to ghost. Like, I don't like this bitch right here. I'm gonna get to the other female, man, because this bitch, she acting crazy and shit. She stomping up and down, acting like a little princess. She threw coffee on my car and stuff. She's out of control. I'm gonna replace that bitch. Done. All you gotta do is just go into your phone, man. Make a phone call, and that bitch is replaced just like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to deal with her bullshit. See, when you broke, you gotta deal with that princess bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I can leave at any moment. Because you're in a position like, you're not that tall, you're not that good looking or whatever. You're just average at best. These women, they can replace you just like that. When you're not worth anything, you know what I'm saying? But if you got a guy who got the bag, you can't replace him just like that. Samantha Lee found that shit out the hard way when she tried to replace Tyrese. Later on, she admit that was a huge mistake. You can't replace millionaires just like that. We can replace you just like that as a female, but you can't replace a motherfucker that's in the top 20% of men. You can't replace them. And then see what happens is she didn't realize that, hey, other millionaires, they saw what you did to Tyrese. You think another millionaire is gonna fuck with you after what you did to Tyrese? How you just divorced him for no reason? That stigma is stuck on you, girl. I'm talking about Samantha Lee. You are blackballed. You are not gonna get another high value man. You feel me? So it's curtains for her. She's gonna end up all alone. You know what I'm saying? With no boyfriend, no high value man. She had a high value man. She had Tyrese. Tyrese was paying for everything for her, bro. Bought her gifts. Took her out on exotic vacations, bro. She didn't appreciate none of that. She was only concerned about his looks. That's why a lot of you bitches fail every single time. Because you're concerned about his looks. And look at her now. She came back crawling to Tyrese, okay? Tried to get back on his good side. And he told her, bitch, I'm with Zelly now. No, I don't want to be with you no more. You fucked this up. She came back crawling because she saw how hard it was to get the bag. And shit ain't this shit is a mission impossible, bro. You feel, it's almost mission impossible. You feel what I'm saying? So in an interview later on down the stretch, she admitted that, hey, I made a big mistake by leaving Tyrese for no reason. I made a big mistake, because she saw that she couldn't pay her bills. She got thrown out of one of her condos or whatever because she couldn't afford the rent. It was too goddamn high, so she had to downsize. Talking about, what you talking about? Tyrese had her in a mansion with a private chef? I mean, damn. If a female that was sub 5 and she had a big old booty though, I would be with her, you know what I'm saying, for life. a rich sub 5 female, if I could find something sexy about it, I would do it. Like if she got some big old giant titties or something, or a big ass or something like that, yeah, I'll be fucking her to get the money, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I wouldn't move nowhere, no other spot. I mean, damn, my ex-girlfriend, she made $150,000 a year, man, back when we was together. You think I strayed away and found another girl that made that much? Hell fucking no. What I was doing, I was pumping and dumping them females behind her back and going back to her. Because none of them females had the bread that she had. You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't stupid. I was pumping and dumping behind her back. That's the reason why I never got caught. I didn't try to build another relationship. And plus, I was living with the broad, man. Living in her house. You know, helping her pay the rent and shit like that. She would come knocking on my door or come knocking, hey, I need your half of the rent. You know, our rent was like $1,500. You know what I'm saying? I put my $750 down. I had a security job and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I had a security job and I was making about like $2,000 a month or something like that. You know, it was nothing to put down $750 a month. You know, then I got a little bit over $1,000 left over for like, you know, food and, you know, and transportation and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So no, it's like this, man. I don't want to be that weakling, you know, that guy who's dealing with females from a weak position. And when you're broke, you're dealing with females from a weak position. You're not in a powerful position. It's like getting married. You lose all your goddamn power, man, when you get married. Unless you get a prenup or some shit like that, you know. But you lose all your fucking power, especially if you don't have a prenup. You feel what I'm saying? My mental health has been gone, man. Fuck. Here I'm just wasting away. You know. Now, I'm not almost 50. Almost 50 is like 48, 49. I'm 45, man. I got 5 more years. That's not almost. Almost is when you got like a year or two, a year or two left. But I'm still attracting young females. Ha! I'm still getting them young females. You feel me? Well, I mean, I'm attracting them. I'm getting attention from them, but I'm not hitting nothing. I'm not spanking no draws. I'm pretty sure I could have sex with boobs with her fine ass. You know, I can see why boobs is attracted to me, man. She looked sort of like my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend. They both share the similar features, you know. They got similar facial features. You see what I'm saying? But we gonna get this bread first before anything. You feel me? I told you I'm gonna put that on there. I put that on everything. So we gotta check some stuff. We gotta get some water. And that's it, man. It's almost New Year's. What's up, boss?
Hi, how you doing?
Man, it's almost New Year's, huh? New Year's coming up.
Days. She's amazing.
Looking for
For Donald Trump as an intern during his first term as president. From the historic naming of an American vote to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
yeah, we got one.
ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਪੀਤੀ ਇਹ ਵਧੀਆ ਆਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਆ ਇਹ ਆ ਲੈ ਲਓ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਲੈ ਇਹ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਦੀ ਹੈ 85 ਹਾਂਜੀ ਆ ਦੂਜੀ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਹਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਂ ਔਰਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਰੈਗੂਲਰ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਬਚਾ ਹਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਵਧੀਆ ਆ ਬਿੱਲ ਲੈ ਲਓ ਆਪਣਾ 3-4 ਲੈ ਲਓ ਇਹ ਲਓ
Oh well.
ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਇੱਕ ਦੀ ਵਰਤੀ ਹੈ ਲੈ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਖਿਆਲ ਇੱਕ ਦੀ ਵਰਤੀ ਹੈ ਲੈ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਭਾਜੀ ਦਾ ਰੋਦੀ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਆਇਆ ਨਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰ ਲਾ ਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੇਖ ਲਓ ਤਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਨਿਗਾਹ ਵੇਖ ਲਓ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਕੋਈ ਲੋਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੋਵੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਡਰਾਈ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਹੈ ਅੰਨੇ ਮੈਂ ਜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਿਆ ਇੱਧਰ ਕੂਲਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਈ ਜਾਵੇ ਆ ਬਾਹਰ ਵੀ ਪਿਆ ਜੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ ਬਾਹਰ ਵੀ ਪਿਆ ਅੰਦਰ ਵੀ ਪਿਆ
Boss.
Serious infections like lungs are fatal. Cancer, including lymphoma and skin. Serious injuries, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occur. CV risk increases in age 50 plus.
Yeah, sure.
At these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoke, are pregnant or planning. Don't take an allergic or common infection.
Put UV and Crohn's in check and keep it there with Rinvoq. Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
ਹੋਰ ਸੈਲ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਧਰ ਫਾਲੋ ਕੋਈ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਕੋਈ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਬਣਾਈ
If I believe you do.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਹਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਕੱਲ ਦਾ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਦੱਸਾਂ
I'm gonna go lay my ass down. I ain't drinking tonight, bro. Fuck that. That's what we gotta do, fellas. We gotta get that bread all the way up. Ain't no time to be playing around. You feel me? Ain't no time to be clowning around. No time to be fucking around. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think, man, we wasn't taught that, man, coming up. I mean, the money part, like, how important it is when you have your bread together as a man. Our parents didn't teach that shit to us, man. Had to learn it on our own. You feel me? You know. That's why, you know what, I don't really listen to what Chaz and Tyrone's got to say. They live in a totally different reality from the average man. Okay? They'll say, oh, you know, she's just with you for the money. It ain't really authentic, it's not real. Which is true. You know? Which is true, bro, but you gotta understand, we can't get the same type of chicks that Chad and Tyrone can get. So we look at you Chaz and Tyrone's plate, and we look at that plate, we like, God damn, that plate look hella good compared to my plate. But what I got stale bread on my plate. Man, but you Chaz and Tyrone, you can get a different caliber woman than the average man can get. So that's why we chase the bag, so that way we can have the women that you have, Chad and Tyrone, you know? So we can get those type of women. Because without money, you ain't gonna get these top tier women, bro. You can forget it. Ain't no amount of games gonna get you that top tier female. What time is it? You feel me? I don't care, pickup artist or whatever, bro. You just not gonna get that top cutie that we always been dreaming about since we was little kids. So I know you guys you dream about them top tier females, them beautiful females. I know a lot of you guys been dreaming about that shit for years. You can't get them. Why? Because your genetics is holding you back. You know, everybody wasn't born top tier, bro. You feel me? Anyway, I'm about to end this live. I just got to the spot. I'm done for tonight. I'm going to sleep early. You guys have a good night, man. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Peace.